since the crisis occurred, we in the NDC have not fully told our story. And so as a result, all the mishandling and incompetence of dealing with the financial sector appears to be finding its way onto our doorstep. But today, we have to tell our story. During the era of the NDC as part of the IMF program, one of the things that we signed up to deal with was to address the financial sector challenges. Your Excellency, your team was very focused in addressing this in a way that did not provide social dislocation, but that ensured that we had a financial sector that was broad in leverage, but that also supported Ghanaian entrepreneurship as a means of keeping our own businesses in our hands. At the time, the managers of the central bank decided to engage in a number of activities in order to strengthen the financial sector and make the sector very robust. These actions range from fiscal reforms to legal reforms and to clearly intervening in managing the capital adequacies that were existing. And so the NDC government recruited KPMG and Pricewaterhouse to do what we call the asset quality review to give us a sense of where we were with our financial sector. Your Excellency, at the time, it became very clear when we got the report that we needed to validate that report one more time. And so we recruited another firm, the same group of people, to go back in 2016 and validate the numbers. They came back with the same report that several financial institutions or banks, a number of them, were having challenges to do with the financial sector challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, the report made it quite clear that some of the challenges emanated from the energy sector SOE's debt on the books of the banks. Some returned saying that the SMEs had also burdened the financial sector. And some of the reasons we got was that we needed to improve corporate governance and improve the institutional arrangement to ensure that reforms in the banking sector were anchored. As a result, we took pragmatic steps to address these holistically. Legal framework for making sure that the central bank had proper grip on the banking sector, but also to give the central bank powers that it didn't have, that it needed to have. So those lawyers on the other side, who when they see anything that was done, will just pick the Act 930 and blame NDC. Tell them Act 930 was passed somewhere around October 2016. And laws are not applied retroactively. So if something happened in the banking sector like we found with the Capital Bank in 2015, it is the reason we had to pass a new law to address those specific challenges that we had found that needed to be addressed. Again, we realized that the Bank of Ghana itself needed some autonomy and needed to strengthen its own corporate governance systems. So we amended the Bank of Ghana Act in order to give it more flexibility and give it a better corporate governance image. Mr. Chairman, we also agreed that there was a need as a country to protect small depositors. And so we passed the Deposit Protection Act in order to give meaning to the protection of savings of our people, so that things that happen, like happened with DKM, would have been easily addressed through that provision.